What's up, everybody? This Life Unscripted episode 9. Yeah, we back with another one, you know what I'm saying? Back with another one. Like always, I'm your host, Jerome.
Yep, Duratio.
And today we got a special guest, my first time, you know, I'm doing it. And I brought a family member. Man, onto the show to impart his wisdom, his experience, his knowledge, his enthusiasm, his dreams, his desires, his... No, I'm playing. He gonna be authentic and give him the full version. That's my cousin right there. He can introduce himself.
What's happening? I'm Isaiah.
That's it?
Yeah, I'm Isaiah the mechanic. Power moves, auto repairs, what I do. I work on cars. Yeah.
That's tough. And how you been, bro? How everybody been? You know what I'm saying? This the first month of January. As we are filming this today, it is February 1st. Mm-hmm. That means a whole month has passed. I just want to ask, how have y'all been? We're going to start physically. We're going to go with the special guest. So I wanted to know, as we go into the first month of January has passed, I want to do a check, a physical check and mental check. And I wanted to lead it off asking my cousin Isaiah, how have you been physically? Like the month of January, you know what I'm saying? The first month of 2025, you know what I'm saying?
I've been good physically. I'm doing a little bit more walking, drinking a little bit more water. Not that magnesium zanies, but a little bit of the regular. Other than that, though, my job consists of me being physical and moving around. So that's where I get a lot of my being physical at. Besides that, I'm good.
What about you, Dershon?
You go first.
You want me to go first?
I'll tell you my story.
Okay, so for me, January has been tumultuous.
Making words.
That's a real word.
There you go.
Now, if it's how I think it is, I don't know. But I think tumultuous means up and down. That's how I'm trying to use it. You can look it up. You can fact check.
Hey Siri, what does
tumultuous
mean? Making a loud, confused.
See the full definition. It's blowing me right now. Excited, confused, or disorderly. So my physical health has been disorderly.
That's right.
All right, so that works. It has been. That's exactly how it has been. I've been going to the gym 3-4 times. Then the next week 2 times. The next week 3-4. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it hasn't been consistent physically. That's it for mine. Mine hasn't been consistent. That's why physically it has not been consistent. We can ask you.
All right, mine runs into a story. Crazy story. So look, I ain't even tell you the story, did I?
No, I mean you can say it right now.
All right, so look.
No, he ain't here.
I know, yeah. I know you ain't here. They ain't here. So I was at the hospital, right? My dad, he was getting a surgery. We was gonna call it a surgery. I told you what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he was getting surgery. And whatever, they pushed him out in the wheelchair, and he was getting in the car. And then the nurse right there, she was reading me the documents because I was picking them up or whatever. And it said, or she was just telling me everything, like he can't do this, he can't sign papers, he can't drive for the next 24 hours. And then, what else was it? It was something like that. Whatever. And then out of nowhere, I just seen like blurriness. I was like, what the heck? And then I couldn't hear her no more. I was like, what the heck, bro? And then I looked at my uncle because my uncle was there. And I looked at him and it was just hecka blurry. And out of nowhere, I swear to God, I felt like Debo in the Friday. I was like, look, I woke up and all I see was my dad's face and my uncle's face just looking at me. I was like, what the hell? So there was like 6-7 doctors right there. I feel like a Grey's Anatomy show or something like that. It was like 6-7 doctors. Oh, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. They're like, where are you? What's your birthday? What's your name? Where you live? All that good questions. And then whatever. They took me in the emergency room, checked me up, and they said everything was good. Like everything. They said I was malnourished, pretty much. That's what they said. They said I didn't eat enough, sleep enough, or drink enough water.
And that's why you fainted.
Yeah, that's why I fainted.
So obviously, if he fainted at the end of the month, what do you think his physical health was before that? It was deteriorating.
It most definitely was. So take care of yourself.
So what was the word you used to describe your physical health?
Malnourished, like I said.
Oh, okay. Dang, that's tough. Oh my God. All right, we'll swing it over to mental. How was your mental? You know what I'm saying? February 1st, let's do a review. January, how was your mental health, Isaiah?
I feel like I was tested a lot this month, mentally, just off of things that I've been practicing last year and bettering myself and just my thoughts overall. But I feel like I've been succeeding at it, though. I feel like I've been controlling my thoughts and controlling how I respond to certain things, and that's the most that I've really been aiming towards is my response to the crazy shit people say to me or do.
So, to sum it up, they was testing your ideology and philosophy and like your psyche. I couldn't even finish it, but it was testing your ideology.
Something like that, yeah.
So I want to ask you, what is that? Expand on it.
What you mean? What is it like?
What is the process you're instilling in yourself that is being tested?
Just reacting to this. What you want, like a scenario?
No, I want to know what it is. Like I want to know like the way you're thinking and then how people, the way you are intentionally making yourself think, and how, not really how, but then once you tell us the way you're trying to make yourself think, we'll know how they're testing you.
Just more instead of being reactive, instead of reacting to what they say, just remain positive with my thoughts and how I respond to even negative shit being said to me. For instance, work. I feel like work tries me a lot. My job, my workers. I feel like they test me a lot with just the certain things that they say, and then it's brought to me like it's a culture thing. In their culture, it's okay to say certain things certain ways. And in my culture, it's like, no, I wasn't raised like that, so I'm snappy. I snap back. In the past, I would. Now, that's what I'm controlling. Instead of snapping back, just either don't react in a moment and respond later, or think about what I'm gonna say right then and there before I say it. That way, if I come off less aggressive, I come off less angry.
Keep going.
And it's just it's to control the situation. They can get out of hand verbally.
Have practicing that mentality made life better for you?
Most definitely. Because I use it in all aspects, even with my family, the way that I respond to certain things being said. I don't want to go into depth on it, but it's like it's wild shit. You know, somebody say some wild shit to you, and you snap like, fuck you talking to, or just your mentality is like, stick your chest out like, oh, what you mean? But instead of reacting like that, you just, I think like, how do I get around it instead of how do I just jump into it? You get what I'm trying to say?
No. So basically, is you're giving yourself time to respond how you want to respond.
Exactly.
And not just responding how you feel.
Yeah.
So basically, responding off emotion.
Yeah.
I want to swing it to Derecho real quick and ask him, did you, how does that ideology relate to your life? How he has to intentionally force himself to think.
I don't know. I don't ever get into confrontation, like ever. Like I don't think I've ever been into like a real confrontation, so I don't really ever have to react off the emotion. Not often. Not often. I have like times where, of course, I got mad or some shit like that, but no.
So
that's
not a weakness in your life.
No.
Okay,
you feel like it is in yours?
For me, when our grandma passed, it became, I started flashing out I got more in tune with my anger. Besides that, I never, I had learned to erupt in a controlled manner on competitive level, right? Like people testing you in a competitive level where you not just about to sit still, you know what I'm saying? I know how to basically use my anger to make me more assertive. Before, I wasn't assertive in that field. I let myself, like, you know what I'm saying, not get in that confrontation where I need that confrontation because I'm not that type of guy. mentally. So I got to, you know what I'm saying? Like how I think of myself is not that type of guy. So I use my anger in those situations to be assertive and not let people punk me, basically, and things of that nature. But then after my nanny passed, my grandma, but my anger started getting a lot more out of hand. I started getting a lot more uncontrollable. Like it was at a point when she passed, I couldn't control my emotions, and there was a lot. The most I was coming was anger. I was getting angry a lot faster. I just couldn't control my anger. I was having anger issues, not to the point where, to that point, like I had to be quiet. I had to force myself to be quiet. I was getting so mad. I want to erupt. So
not to cut you off.
No,
so were you? Is it like you just never felt angry, or were you bottling it in, and when Nanny passed, that's when it erupted out of you?
I never felt angry. So when Nanny passed, a lot of things was making me angry fast. Because before I wasn't harboring no anger, no hate, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? When Nanny passed, I wasn't harboring none of that. Mm-hmm. But when she passed, I started harboring little things, and then them little things that I used to be able to shrug off, be like, jolly, you know what I'm saying, regular Jerome, it was making me mad, and like, you know what I'm saying, make me want to mask up, like real stuff, like, I'm just like, because I'll mask up, so I don't let my emotions get the hold of me. It's like what our cousin did at the repast where he left. The masking up is like let me just step back, because if I do say something, it's going to get ugly, because I'm so angry. I'm just like, I was flashing out. I could flash out a lot easier. It's going to be a lot easier flashing out. Yeah. So with his ideology, for me, I didn't have to think like how he thought. How he was thinking was he had to intentionally force himself to take a step back and then respond appropriately. During that time, yes, my response was don't speak back. Mm-hmm. Just don't say nothing. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just stay back. But what that didn't do was it didn't allow me to express that either, because the things I'm getting mad at was they was being wrong. Yeah. So I'm allowing them to be wrong and just like not saying nothing about it.
Yeah, bottle it in.
You know what I'm saying? And I turned into a little inferno at the repass. I blacked out anger my first ever time. You know what I'm saying? I got so
never
angry.
seen him like that before.
I got so angry I blacked out. So yeah, I ain't never. But it was just like a lot of things going on. I bottled it all up, and it was just like I said, it was hard for me to control that emotion. Mm-hmm. What I needed to get back to how I am now, I needed isolation. I needed to isolate myself and read my books that got me to where I was at. I had to open up that. Remember that book I told you, The Laws of Human Nature? Mm-hmm. I had to open that back up. I had to read that to really get back in tune with who I was and not let that anger keep on flaring. Cause it was like bad. I'm talking about, I was getting flared up. Like a lot of them reactions I had to the cats and all that was fueled because of the anger. People cat, like I'm instantly gonna cut them off. Like it's a lot less of grace with humans. I had a lot less grace with humans when my nanny passed. Yeah. Like I was just way more temper. Like you know what I'm saying? I was way more quick to react.
Cutting people off.
Yeah, like I was
anything.
Yeah, I was a lot less. I was a lot more. Especially like I say this, I was a lot more ruthless. Mm-hmm. I ain't care. Like, I ain't care. I was you know what I'm saying? I was crash out. But going back.
That's how I was.
That's how you were?
And that's how I'm trying to, not even trying to, because I have changed my mindset. I have changed. I don't hold on to anger. I'm not mad at nobody in this world. I love everybody, you feel me? And that's just me changing into that was a hard process, and I feel like I'll be tested. The laws of human nature, that's what helped me change a lot of them ways and get that mindset and not being irrational, thinking rationally and handling situations. And I learned me taking a step back from people saying stuff to me. I learned that from Obama. I would watch him speak on the podiums, and somebody asked him a question, and he'd sit there and wait, think about his response before he even say anything. Yeah. And I grasped that. And I'm like, I got to learn how to do that. Because to not be able to respond in the innocence to where, man, I'm going through some shit now with my daughter and her mom, and I'm able to guide her, like, just don't respond out of anger. If you mad right now, don't say nothing to her. Go sit in the room.
No, facts.
Step away before you respond out of anger, because you're going to say something and it might hurt somebody's feelings, or it might really cut deep. And that's not your intention, but out of anger, that's how it's going to come off. Yeah. So
it's going to cause a bigger issue than you than you want it to be.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So to be able to control that, especially coming from a background where anger is built up inside of you, it's a major move in my eyes. It's a power move. You understand me?
Yeah, no, facts. And that's commendable that you are finally doing that. What are you doing the mental health? Going a little deep right now. I wanted to know what made you make that change. Was it because what made you adopt that mindset besides the Obama thing? Like what made you because it had to be a problem. That's what I'm saying. For you to want to change it, or you wanted it to be, you felt like you'd be a better human. And why was that?
I just wanted to. I wanted to be different than who I was growing up. I wanted to let go of all that anger. I seen all that the damage that I've caused to other people by just being angry and being hurt myself and taking that anger and pushing it onto my loved ones. I just wanted to change. I wanted to be a better me. And it's a big move for me.
Understandable.
No, that's real life. I ain't never had that issue. Mine is, what was like a big shift you had to make? Because you heard his was stop being so angry. What's a big feeling, or if you didn't even have one yet?
I haven't had it. Yeah, I have one. I still ain't fixed it. That's that being nice stuff. I'm too nice. That's my issue still. Mine's the opposite, complete opposite. I'm too nice to people. That's it. It still ain't solved that issue.
Mine is. I ain't gonna say already because it's a continual battle. Like there's still there's no end point. You're gonna continue being tested to go back to who you was. But mine was always the lack of assertion. It was highlighted the best in my life when I went to my JC. I was pushed to the side when I saw myself as a star. So when you envision yourself like this is how you are, but reality wasn't matching up and everybody was basically not disrespecting you. Like basically, you know what I'm saying? Not putting what you thought and what you worked. This ain't just a thought. This is, I was working for this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been this my whole life. I've been working for it every weekend, training, and then go back out there and just do bad. And then everybody laughing, jeering at you. Like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? You just getting dogged out. So that taught me to be more assertive because I wasn't the person who I saw I was because I didn't assert myself enough. I didn't put myself in the position enough. I didn't let my confidence go enough. I didn't let my words speak enough. I was too defer. I deferred too much. You know what I'm saying? And that what allowed them to sideline me. That allowed them to not recognize me. You know what I'm saying? I was a completely different person at that time in my life there, but I had to go through that to learn how to get around it. That was like one of my biggest things for me was how to be assertive. It was not it. It was like, you know what I'm saying? Obstacles would knock me off when it came to humans. Like in the sense we all in line to get something, right? And somebody did something foul. You could attest to this. I wasn't the one to really fight back. I'm the one to really like, oh, okay, like it's all good. That type of way. Yeah. Like in the group chats where they start, it's all good. Like, you don't even gotta go that way. But in the competitive field, you can't be like that. You cannot.
No, yeah,
you cannot.
You gonna get ran over.
You gonna get ran, especially if your skills aren't matching that.
Yeah.
Now it's different if your skills are matching and you look the part, then you're naturally gonna get selected. Yeah. But I wasn't looking the part because my height, my skill wasn't matching up because I was nervous. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm getting sidelined, so I can't even break out this shell I created upon myself because of the lack of assertion. So that was my big thing that I changed, and that's still a continual thing because a lot of things come in my life where it's like I don't want it to be like that. And to change it, I had to be assertive. A lot of the reasons why I push all my emotions down is because I'm not assertive enough to deal with them in the moment. Like, hey, hold on, that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? To get that conflict, that takes a certain level of assertion in life. So I had to learn. That was a big thing I learned, and you know what I'm saying? I made that change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You learned to be assertive.
Yeah, I learned to be assertive. It was very long-winded, but I learned to be assertive. So that's it right there. I'm gonna end on the ideology hole we was going in. But y'all got anything else to say? I'm gonna wrap it up. The podcast. How'd you like being on here?
Shit, I enjoyed myself. It was my pleasure, most definitely.
Yep.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It was a cool podcast. It was a cool pod.
Yeah, no, it was dope. It was dope. It was cool. We talked about, this is really more unscripted than usual.
No, it most definitely was.
He came, we didn't even plan him. He was just here, said, you want to hop on? Yes.
Showed up.
The topics, none aligned. We talked about something completely off the sheet,
Yeah.
but it was on my mind as of recently for some reason.
It's 2:13 a.m.
It's definitely late at night.
It's just late.
And I gotta
We
post
was
this
just
today
yapping.
too. I gotta post this today too. Dang. Back to you said the work, it don't stop. It
Grind
don't
don't
stop.
stop.
It do not stop. But you want to be healthy and happy with it. But yeah, no, that's it. That's Life Unscripted episode 9. 9 of them things. Like and subscribe. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Anything else I want to say? Nothing else I want to say?
Peace out.